and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins and it's Thursday night, which means it's One Sheet Wonder Night. Tonight I am going to be showing you a little sneak peek of what I will be having in my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club kit for November. So tonight you're in for a little treat. And then we are going to make 2 gift card holders out of one 12 by 12 sheet. I want to make sure that I am live and that everything is good. So if somebody can give me a shout out, I see people talking. Just let me know that you can hear me and we'll start. It's going to be quick. At least I think it's going to be quick. I really don't know because I haven't actually created these projects yet because I didn't want to use up my paper. So I kind of got a little prototype and I got it in my head how I think I'm going to do it. So we'll see. It might work, it might not. So Carrie or Debbie or I can hear you. Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. So tonight I am going to be using the Traditions of Christmas Specialty Designer Series paper. This is gorgeous, gorgeous paper, but I will tell you it is sold out at the moment. But if you are a club member, you are a subscriber to my club, I did purchase enough of these paper packs for everybody in my club, and I have a few extras. So if you would like to join my club, under the video or when I'm done and the video goes up, there's a link that will bring you to last month's Stamp Camp at Home Card Club, but there's a subscribe button and you can subscribe. It also tells you about what you're going to get. It's just going to be the November, and I'm going to tell you what you're going to get in the December, or not December, November. Yeah. Tomorrow, last day, Halloween. We're not going to do Halloween. We're going to do Christmas because it will be here too before you know it. So let me see. I got some other stuff I want to talk to you about, so I'm going to do that first. So I don't know if you've heard or not, but Stampin' Up! Has an amazing, amazing deal going on right now. If you sign on, which means join my team, you have a couple options this month, and it ends tomorrow night. So if this is something you want to jump on, make sure that you do that tonight. I'll have a link under my video for tonight that you can click on to join my team. But you can choose $125 worth of product, and you're going to only pay $35 plus the sales tax for your state. But shipping is free. So if your state doesn't have sales tax, it's $35 even. And shipping is free. Now the other option is you can choose $189 worth of product, pay $99, and shipping is free. You'll still have to pay your sales tax if you have state sales tax. Now, I've been hearing from people, well, I have enough designer series paper, I have enough stamp sets, I have enough bundles, I really got to use up what I already have. Totally get that. But now is the perfect time to stock up on the stuff that goes away that you don't have, like your envelopes. Did you know that you could put in your starter kit, I believe it is 11 packs of the medium-sized Whisper White envelopes, and it still comes a little bit under $125, but you're only going to pay $35 plus your state tax. Shipping is free on those 11 packs of Whisper White envelopes. Maybe you need a variety. How about some dimensionals to go with them? So you order a couple packs of envelopes, you can get some dimensionals, you can get the glue. You see where I'm going with this? You don't have to order paper, you don't have to order cardstock, you don't have to order stamp sets. If you are a crafter, any of these things, other than the envelopes, but if you make cards, you can put in your starter kit. Maybe you want to put all adhesives in your starter kit, or the mini glue dots, or yeah, mini glue dots. Look at all that stuff. Up to $125. You can't go over $125, not even by a penny, but it's only going to cost you 35 bucks. So that's quite a savings. And don't let the word demonstrator scare you off, because if you don't want to put in another order after you get your starter kit, you don't have to do that. That is totally up to you. You don't have to return anything. Stampin' Up! Has made us well aware that is an awesome deal and they expect people to be kidnappers. So don't be afraid. I've kidnapped from many a company myself. It's hard to pass up those good deals. So that is my little spiel for that. Now you got tonight and tomorrow to take advantage of that deal. Now let's turn the camera and get started on this month's Stamp Camp at Home Card Club kit. All right, so this month, like I said, it is the gorgeous, it is a specialty. That means it's got that gold foiling in it. Designer Series paper. And like I said before, it is sold out, but club members, I have a few extras, so if you would like to join my club, you can still grab it. It is expected to be back into the Stampin' Up! Warehouse the week of November 17. So still plenty of time before Christmas to make your Christmas cards. So love this paper. Club members get the full 12 by 12 pack. They also get a half a pack of the shimmer, what do they call these? Shimmer sequins, traditional sparkling sequins, okay? These are also sold out at the present time. They're expected to be in the warehouse earlier than the paper, but just know that. I do have enough of those for my club members as well. So this particular suite has lots of product in it. It has the traditional labels bundle. It's the dies with your sentiments. It also has the Christmas Greenery Bundle, which is stamp set and then die cuts. Now, the die cuts in here for this and this will cut out prints in the paper. So right here. So I love it when there's a die cut that coordinates with the paper. It makes it quick and easy. But I'm going to show you how you can stamp that and get a similar look to the paper. Now, club members do not need to purchase the bundles. They can use any sentiment stamp set that they have on hand to create the club cards. But if they're going to be doing the one sheet wonders on Thursday nights or the bonus PDF files that I have in the photo gallery, then they're going to want the entire suite. There's a few more things in the suite. There's this traditional wreath 3D embossing folder, and then I believe this is the Real Red ribbon that is also in the suite. So lots in the suite. If you've been tuning in, you know that my new favorite framelit die is these branching out dies. This is a bundle, but I've been using these framelets like crazy, and I used them in my club this month, and I'm going to probably be using them tonight. We don't know because I haven't had a finished product here yet, but we're going to create this together. Like I said, we're going to be creating 2 gift card holders from one 12 by 12 sheet. Christmas time, I give a lot of gift cards, so these will be perfect for this year's gift card giving. So I'm going to start by taking my 6 by 12 and my 12 by 12 and cutting it 6 by 12. So there's my one sheet wonder. Isn't that easy? We're going to turn this and we're going to score this at 4 inches. They are both the same, but I'm going to flip the print so we can see which side you like up better. You might like one better than the other, and then you can just make them all the same. And then we're going to go 8 1/4 and 10 3/4. We're going to turn this, and we're going to come with a 6 inch here at the top, and we're going to score each side at a 1/2 inch. So a 1/2 inch. You can turn it around, or you can move it over, however you want to do it. I'm just going to flip it around, put it in here at a 1/2 inch, just like that. Okay, there's the first one. We're going to do the same thing to the second print. Put that in at 4 inches and score it 8 1/4 and 10 3/4. And again, 1/2 inch from each side. I don't think that tonight's one sheet wonder needs a pattern because it's pretty simple. Just cut it in half at 6 inches. So you got 2 that are 6 by 12. Make sure I did that at a half. I had that at a quarter there for a minute. All right, so I think that will take care of that. So one of the prints I'm going to have up, and then one I'm going to do the other side, and you can choose which you like best. But I have to see my score lines here. Make sure that this line's up. I see it's a little bit off. There we go. And I can feel along here. This paper is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Should have another score line around here somewhere. I don't think it's really needs to be too precise. Okay, so we can do this one with the plaid across the center, and then the poinsettias there. I'll do them, and maybe one will look better one way than the other. We will see. This one I can see a little bit better. I don't know, I must have pressed harder. A little bit, straighten that out. And maybe we'll decide that we like the poinsettia out. What do you think? Should I do them both like this, or both like that, or one of each? Let me know. But we got to fold up these sides where we did a 1/2 inch. I'm just going to rub them right with that bone folder. Like I said, these are going to come together pretty quick. All right, there's we're getting there, we're getting there. All right, so I want to either take a die cut. You could actually use those branching out dies if you like, but I just grabbed my 2 3/8 inch circle, and I'm going to just kind of eyeball it so that it looks like it's centered. And it can be a 1/2 of it. Mine looks like a little over a 1/2, no big deal. All right, so there's that. So we can do that. I'm going to fold this one up, and we'll decide one of each. Valley is the spice of life. Oh, Varley? Variety. Oh gosh, I need bigger. I need bigger fonts on my computer screen over there because I can't see it too good. Variety. Variety is the spice. Gotcha. I'll get there. No. It might take me a bit, but I'll get there. All right, so here, here, here. All right, cool. So we're going to do this 1/2 here. Center that. Looks good. All right, so first, what we're going to do, I'm going to unfold this. And wherever we had our little score line, we're going to take our, probably snips might be better. Where's my snips? Not so big. So we're not going to snip right on the score line. I'm going to go like a little V. So I'm going to go on each side of that score line. So you get like this. Can you see? Yep, you can see that. And I'm going to do that on all these score lines. We're going to just snip that little section out. It makes it fold nicer. Now this is the piece that I'm going to fold back. So we want to get rid of these little squares right here. So we're going to come in on the score line here. And then we're going to just cut that out. If I can cut nice and straight, that would be wonderful. That looks pretty good. I got a little bit of there. So how's that look? That looks pretty good. All right, we're going to do the same thing over on this side. We're going to snip in on that each side of that little score line on the edge there. This just helps for folding. So you get rid of that bulkiness, even though designer series paper is pretty thin. All right, so that should all come in like that, and we're going to glue that all up. So I'm going to do the same thing to this one. So I want to cut out those two squares, I should say rectangles, from the corner on this folded over one. And then we're going to go on either side of the score line. One more. All right. Now we can go ahead and you can either use your stamp and seal, tear tape, liquid glue. I'll do one with liquid glue, we'll see. So you're going to glue these edges in. The thing with liquid glue is sometimes you got to hold it for a bit. If you put the flowers on the inside with this one, it might make it a little bit less girly of a gift card holder. Or it could even be a wedding, for a wedding, because there are lots of wintertime weddings, Christmas weddings. Okay, that's going to go up like that. Then we're going to close these in here to create our pocket for our gift card. Again, you can use your liquid glue or you can use your tear and tape, whatever you would like to use on the inside. And then we'll get to the decorating. All right, so there's with liquid glue. This, to me, this goes a lot faster, and I haven't had a problem of this not sticking down well. All right, so that's going to fold up like that, and that's going to go back like that. So we got to put some adhesive on our flap. Looks like I'm out, which is why I have one sitting on my table. So if you go through this stuff as fast as I do, then I would do the $125 kit and pay $35. And I don't know how many of these things you can get, because I think they're like six. Don't quote me. I don't know. I think there's 6 something maybe a piece. You could get a pile. All right. Now we just got to close this up. There we go. Now we're going to do some decorating. So if you want to keep it really quick and simple, I'm going to do this one. You can take, this is one of the coordinating dies from the bundle. It's the traditional labels. And then I did one of those branching out in red, and I thought we could just keep it real simple. Stamp that with the Merry Christmas from the Sentiment bundle that's coordinated with it. It is the little traditional labels, I believe. So I'm just using red. Stamp that. Flip this over and attach it to this tag. Or branching out framelit, I should say. Now you have a couple of options. You can pop that up on the front. You can leave it down. Whatever you want to do. I think maybe I'll pop it up. And I think I'm going to just stick along the center to make sure that I don't accidentally stick my gift card closed by putting it at the bottom. Something I would typically do. So I'm good. And then I hand cut some of these little flowers from the designer series paper. So I thought maybe one of them would work in the corner. That looks pretty. And you could pop that up too, or leave it flat. So let me try that. And then don't forget you got those gorgeous sequins. So, I can go with the red, the gold. Maybe we'll do the gold. The middle size. I think I'll put a little one up here in the flower. And then maybe another little one. You can mix them up. You can do different colors. You don't have to do them all the same color. It's always like, where do I put it? Where do I put it? All right, so that is for the outside. Clean and simple. Now for the inside, you're going to cut some coordinating designer series paper. Now I'm going to do the red because I use the red on the front, and then I have a piece of white because this is going to be like your note card to put in the inside with cash, check, gift card holder, whatever you wanted to put in there. I just want to make sure I'm putting it in the right direction because it is directional. There we go. So that if I stamp on this, I know I'm going in the right direction. I might have to trim that down just a hair. It looks like it's catching. Let me try just the red. Maybe I put my adhesive a little close on the edges. I bet this one will work better because I glued the edge. So it makes it a little wider. Maybe not. Maybe not. No worries there. All you got to do is trim it down. I want to just make sure. All right. I'm going to trim it to be 4 by 4, I think. That's easy enough. It was 4 by 4 1/4, so we're going to do 4 by 4. That should work beautifully. And then this was 4 by 3 3/4, so we're going to make it 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Always easy to trim it down. Now it really doesn't matter which way I stamp on it because it's the same all the way around. So if I put that on there, we're going to stick that in there. Perfect. All right. So now I need to decide. I could use one of the florals die cut from the paper. This was die cut from the paper. Or I use the sides too. So this is die cut from the paper. It was just the edge of the paper. Don't throw that away. It looks gorgeous in there, so you could do that. Maybe I'll save that for this one because I'm thinking, I think this would be a beautiful wedding card. Wedding gift card. Card/gift card. So I'm going to leave that. So what I think I'm going to do is show you how you can use that stamp set to stamp it so it looks similar to this. Now you could use your gold embossing powder and do it pretty much identical, but I am going to just use my ink pads. So I'm going to start by stamping it using the black Memento ink. So I'm going to ink this up. I think I need to re-ink my black here. It's taken a while to ink that all up. Let's see how it does. And do I have a pad? A lot of times I do. I like to stamp on a pad when I use photopolymer. And I could stamp it off the edge a little bit so it gives you a little bit more room to write, but I'm going to just do the full on. All right, and then I'm going to take red, and I'm going to take the bow. Now you could do any color. I'm just going to go with the red, and I'm trying not to get my head in, so I might be a little off. That's pretty good. All right, and then here's the flower. And then I'm going to use a couple greens. Now I got Old Olive and Garden Green here. And I think I'm going to do Old Olive for these. Now, like I said, you could easily use your gold Versamark and gold embossing powder, and it would look more like the paper. And then I'm going to do the pine. It looks like pine needles with garden green. Let's see here if I can get this. There's that. So where you could emboss and get that gold look, but I think it is gorgeous stamped as well. So I'm going to mat that on the Real Red cardstock, and then I have this note card that I can slip inside my gift card holder. It could be cash, you could put check, cash, whatever you want in your pocket with your little note card. Because you're using sequins, you could even put sequins on here. They lay nice and flat. We're going to slip that down inside there, just like that. Perfect. And then close. So cute. It does fit in your regular standard size envelopes. You know, the A2 envelopes that it fits in there. Perfect. So it does fit in an envelope. And then there you have your gift card and card in one. So for this one, I'm going to take my cutout here, and I can either do the Secret C with the red and do a piece of white. You could also die cut your gold foil if you wanted to do that. So I can do the Secret C on the front here, gorgeous. Or I can do another red, like this. on the front. Which do you like? Let me know. I will go ahead and start attaching. And then for the inside on this one, I got to trim that white down in the red or Secret C, whichever you decide you'd like to see. On the front, and then our little note card on the inside. I'm going to make that 4 by 4 or 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 as well. No preference. I think then, if that's the case, I'm going to go with the red. Because it's just a little bit vibrant. I like it. Alright, so I'm going to attach all these up. And these, again, are those branching out dies. Now, when you put this on the front, make sure that you don't put your adhesive towards the bottom, because then you just stuck your gift card shut. So you only want to do it at the top. And I think this time I'm going to stick it down with some adhesive, and we're going to pop up the flower bouquet. So I'm just going to center that. That looks like it can come over this way just a bit. Alright, so we're good there. And then I have this. There's all different colors. We could do a little bit of pink and red with the green. Kind of like that. I just noticed now the camera is kind of glary on that gold foiling. Let's see, and then I thought for the inside I could do the edging. I like the edging along the side, plus it gives you a little bit more room to write. Because I think this would be a very pretty wedding card. So let's get my dimensionals on the back of the flower bouquet. Red is very eye-catching, I think. So we're going to put that up on there like that. And then for this one, maybe I'll come in with the red, since we did gold on the last one. And we'll use the 3 different sizes on the front. And then for the inside, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm not going to stamp anything Christmas on it, because like I said, I think it would be beautiful as a wedding card. So I'm going to leave my inside sentiment for later. And then this, I'm just going to use my liquid glue and just kind of go around the edge so that it's not going to curl up any of the corners or anything. Or hook. And then we're going to see if we can't attach that along the edge, just like that. Oops. So pretty. It's just got that hint of the red, and it's got a flower on there, and then that gold embossed foiling. And we're going to stick that down in the inside. Slides down in there beautifully. Folds over. Perfect card / gift card holder. So doesn't have to be Christmas. Like I said, I think that would be gorgeous for a Christmas wedding. But cute, cute, cute. This one was stamped, and this one was using the sides of the paper. But there you have 2 fabulous gift card holders that you can create from one 12 by 12 sheet. If you don't want to do Christmas, you can do birthday. Birthday, I do a lot of gift cards for birthday as well. So grab some birthday paper. It can be masculine, feminine, and go to town on making gift card holders / cards because you got that note card in there and they do fit in that A2 envelope. So that is it for tonight. If you need the supplies, like I said, the paper is on back order as well as that sequins. But the other items that I use, you can order down below the video. I will have a link to all the supplies that I use. Click on any of those that you wish to purchase. I do appreciate any and all orders. If you would like to get in on that sign-on deal and get $125 worth of product for $35, like I said, stock up on your adhesives and your envelopes and your glue sticks and your mini glue dots and your dimensionals, both different, the tiny dimensionals, the regular dimensionals. There's so much of that stuff that we use all the time that you always need to reorder. So now's a great time to get it at an awesome deal. So there's a link below the video for that. It'll say join my team. Click here and then you can order up to $125 and pay $35 or choose up to $189 and pay $99. The choice is yours. But that is it for tonight. I hope you'll join me for the other Thursday nights where I'm going to be featuring this gorgeous one sheet wonder paper. You now know what I'm going to create. Might be gift card holders, might be cards, might be 3D projects. See what I have up my sleeve. Join me every Thursday night here on my YouTube channel, The Stamp Camp. And if you'd like to become a club member, there's a link for that under the video as well. That is it for tonight. Thanks for stopping by.